Motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Fisher.
Well, thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I want to acknowledge the service, the military service that my colleagues, both on this side and that of the other, have provided to their country. It's an absolute pleasure to stand and speak on this motion of the member for Braddons. And look, Mr Deputy Speaker, the last speaker, the member for Solomon, had a very different slant, and I want to congratulate his view, by and large, on his views on this motion, as opposed to the previous speaker, the member for Burt, who is also the shadow Defence Industry Minister. Now, for the member for Burt to come in this place and start lecturing us about defence procurement from a party that did not build one ship. Not one. Now, that is not one ship. Now, it's very interesting to see that just in the last week the Defence Minister took possession, or we celebrated a new ship Sydney being delivered to the Royal Australian Navy. Now, Royal Australian Navy took possession of new ship Sydney, the final 3 of the air warfare destroyers, which will no doubt serve this country terrifically in the years to come. But, Mr Deputy Speaker, returning to the motion at hand, this Rheinmetall project, which of course we all know has been provided to Queensland, to be built in Queensland, will provide jobs not just for Queensland. I'm very pleased to see the member for Oxley in here. His electorate, where I understand where the Defence Centre, Military Defence Centre of Excellence, where the vehicles will be built, is in his electorate. And good luck to him. Good luck to the people of Ipswich. I would have liked them in Fisher, but there you go. The member for Oxley will no doubt stand up here today and talk about how great this program is. Jobs for the good people of Ipswich, jobs for the good people of South East Queensland, and jobs for Australians. And for those opposite, I'm sure the member for Oxley won't be one of them, for those members opposite who stand in this place and say that the government only provides jobs for coalition members' electorates, well, the member for Oxley will no doubt stand up here in a few short moments and talk about how wonderful this is for his electorate. And I take the interjection from the member for Oxley. He's already done it. I congratulate him for his honesty. It'd be great to see that sort of honesty being replicated by all those opposite. But this is a $5 billion project, just in the initial build, and over its lifetime sustainment is $15 billion worth of defence procurement that will ensure sovereign capability for Australia, because that is what this is all about. Through the 2016 Defence White Paper, Mr Deputy Speaker, you would obviously no doubt be aware that we have seen, this government has seen a shift in defence industry procurement. No longer are we, as a government, prepared to just buy equipment off the shelf. We want to see Australians get good, meaningful, high-tech jobs, and there's no better way to do that through defence industry procurement. Now, this government, through that 2016 White Paper, has announced $200 billion of defence industry local builds. Yes, there will be some products that are purchased overseas. We're not, at this stage in our country, able to build our own fighter aircraft, although we are providing domestic material that goes into that supply chain across the world. But we have made a very conscious decision to increase our Australian industry content. We will continue to do that. And this Land 400 Phase 2 is a classic example of that. I congratulate the government on its Land 400 Phase 3 project, which is just recently gone out. I know the minister is doing some terrific work in the community, so if you're interested in small business, get in. Now's your chance to get into that next phase.
I thank the